that match.
Thank you very much, D-Man. So guys, what's the report card for Millenium for picks and bans in the second one? They requested red for also in the second game. So how do you think they adapted after game one, Jankos?
In my opinion, they didn't adapt because...
Let me check.
Let's just turn that one on over here.
There we go.
Okay, so in my opinion, they didn't adapt because they let Morgana and Kog'Maw go through again. I mean, they banned Maokai, and they picked Fizz against Kog'Maw, so it was a little bit of an answer, but there was still Morgana in an enemy team, and she did a good job by protecting Kog'Maw. So I think SK won the ban pick phase again.
I think it's clear at this point that SK Gaming is miles ahead of Millenium in terms of picks and bans. Creaton doesn't seem to play the right champions. He keeps locking in again. Now it was Corki, it was Lucian in the last game. No late game hyper carriage, which really is like the big thing in the current patch, which we see a lot of like these late game carries like Tristana. Doesn't pick it in, even though it was open. For the second game in a row, he could have locked it in, didn't do it. And we see Aatrox twice now for Kevin, has no impact in the game. Overall, it just seems like SK Gaming are getting every single pick they want to have, and they're getting all the strong picks in the current patch, where Millenium are just trying to stick to what worked for them in the split, but doesn't necessarily work anymore.
Yeah, I do want to emphasize what you said there about Freddy in that top lane on Nidalee, and you were saying, Jankos, he's just so annoying to play against.
Well, his Nidalee is very good. We saw actually it was Kotangs ganking top lane, and even though they killed Freddy, he was still 30 CS ahead of Aatrox, of Kevin. So, you know, it's very hard to shut down Nidalee, especially Freddy's Nidalee.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're actually going to take a look at a replay where Millenium actually got a few things done with their comp nonetheless around the Dragon.
Right, so Dragon fight. Notice how SK Gaming are kind of stuck in the Dragon pit here, which opens up now for Millenium to get the perfect engage. And we can just start rolling the clip. And this is basically what Millenium wants to do with the comp. They just didn't do it often enough.
Millenium pretty much goes in, they want to kill Kog'Maw, they did it, but it's still too late.
And that's the thing, so yeah, okay, sure. You kill two members here, you get the Dragon. Still, at this point, if they don't completely snowball the game, they have a weaker comp. Also going into late game here, they have no chance pretty much of killing Candy Panda in late game teamfights because there's a Morgana with Black Shield making it very hard for Curb to even jump him. So they are in a situation where if they don't snowball the game, which is also why they kept looking for fights, they won't win. And Millenium as a team, talked about it before this game, they only have one tactic. Let's fight. If we don't win the fights, we don't get any gold, and then we just lose the game.
Which is actually quite odd, because the Millenium we would describe before in the split would be like they would drag the game out a little bit. Yesterday, one of the suggestions we heard here at the desk for the Super Hot Cruise game is maybe they should pick those champions and just try and go late. But they seem to not be able to hold themselves back from going in that early. Jankos, what game is it you think they should play here in game 3?
I think they're just making mistakes in the pick ban phase because they're letting OP late game picks go through, and they pick actually early game champions, and they do anything with it. I mean, in this game, they were trying to do something. Kotenex bought Blue Elixir, he was trying to gank. They were trying to roam a little bit with Alistar, but it didn't work out. SK still managed to, you know, get a little bit in the mid game, get a little bit to the late game, and they just won.
Martin, what do you think Millenium can do here? Or what can SK do, and what should they keep doing to close it out?
Well, SK can just keep doing what they're doing now, get every single pick they want. Millenium have to pull up some late game comp if they want to play this game here, where they can't win the early game just on default, which is what they need to do with the comps they are picking at the moment. If they, sorry to say, but they probably have to say at the moment, okay, let's go full late game. And stall out the game, let's play for 1 hour, and see what happens. It worked for them in the promotion tournament where they didn't know what to do against NRP after they lost the first game, where NRP destroyed them. They went like full late game and just sat back, took it easy, went to late game and started winning team fights. At this point, because they're not winning the early mid game anyway, might be the only choice.
Well, we will see how long they take it in the next game. We're going to step away for a moment, but when we return, SK Gaming will look to close out the series while Millenium hopes for a comeback. Stay with us.